It's me again. So today I'm going to do a banana bread. So how often have we bought bananas and they've looked like this? We've bought them and thought, oh, they're a bit green, they'll keep in the fruit bowl, we'll eat them in a day or so. And before you know it, they look like this. So they're not really very appealing. I really wouldn't want to eat them as a banana. But due to the Maillard reaction, this is actually when they're at the best for baking cakes with, because they're a bit sweeter, so you don't tend to need as much sugar and things. So yeah, shall we get cracking with making some banana bread? So I'm actually making a vegan banana bread purely because I'm going into the office tomorrow with said cake, and one of my colleagues is a vegan. So I thought I'll be generous and I'll bake a cake for all of us with my bananas that are far too ripe for anyone to eat. So, dead easy. But I think two of the products that we bin the most are bananas and bread. So I will do a little video in a little while to show what we can do with our bread once it's gone stale. But today it's bananas. I'll pop all that in the compost bin in a minute. So we've got our 4 bananas. Depending on how you like your bananas, you can either mash them to a very fine puree, or you can leave them a little bit chunky depending on personal preference. I was actually planning on making like banana muffins, but I didn't have enough liners, so we're just doing a loaf. So there's our 4 bananas, and then because we're doing it all plant-based, we need some rapeseed oil. This isn't normal shot glass, it is a measuring glass, I promise. I am not drinking on works time. 70 mils of vegetable oil. So just give it a real good mix. And then next in is our sugar. So the 70 grams of sugar in here, it was all supposed to be brown sugar, but I didn't have enough. So it is half brown sugar, half caster sugar, because that is just what we have in. Give that a bit of a mix. And then next up, it's up to you what you add. You can add, some people like dried fruit, some people like nuts, any kind of nuts. I'm just using these because it's what's left over from when I made Christmas cake and sweet mince the other day. So they're going in. Do you know, and I guess part of the thing that I like about this is because it is stuff that you can just think, oh, I've got a handful of those nuts left, or I've got a couple of squares of chocolate kicking around in the back of the cupboard. Anything can go in. But yeah, if you put nuts in or dried fruit in, it's a little bit more fibre, so it's a bit healthier than putting a load of chocolate in it. So again, they don't have to be dead fine, unless that's the way you like it. It's kind of down to personal preference. I like mine a little bit chunky. So they go in. And then with 225 grams of plain flour with 2 teaspoons of baking powder. You can just use self-raising flour if that's what you've got in, but I only ever tend to buy 1 bag of flour, so then I've only got 1 bag of flour in, so there's less things in the back of the cupboard to forget about. So that goes in, and then you can put in any sort of spices you want, but we're a family of cinnamon lovers. Oh. So there we go, a teaspoon of cinnamon. And just give it all a jolly good mix up. But again, if you haven't got any cinnamon or mixed spices in, then don't worry, it'll come out just as lovely without it. So there we go, all mixed up into our lined loaf tin. So I'll go and pop that in the oven and I'll set my timer and I'll be back in a bit. And yeah, so I've just taken the cake out the oven. It was in there for about 25 minutes at 180. I'll leave all the details sort of in the description box below. So yeah, we'll probably have it with a bit of peanut butter, we might have it just plain with a cup of tea. So I'll take it into work tomorrow, see what the verdict is from work. The kids will have some, and yeah, any questions, any comments, just leave them in the comment section below. And yeah, I hope you make it, I hope you enjoy it. Thanks, bye!